everybody. How's it going?
And they do love him, yes.
What?
Zane
I was just
Darkshadow
like, and
is
they
the
do love
hero.
him, yeah.
Not shade.
True.
Not shade.
Not shade.
Everyone else, though.
How's
Well,
everybody
welcome
doing?
back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading something. Freshening up on something. So yeah, Curse of Strahd, possibly the last session today, so it should be interesting.
You say that
Keep saying
Say
that.
that every
every
time.
week.
Oh, we're getting more and more. Where you're gonna see it, it's gonna be like, oh shit, it's gonna get harder here. So yeah, episode called Fire. So last time you guys dealt with the hunt where Strahd on his bachelor party decided to do a nobleman's deed and go out and hunt. And he decided to hunt Vaughn. And you guys did everything you can to slow Strahd down, as did Vaughn. But in the end, Strahd managed to execute Vaughn, but was unable to claim Vaughn. So take the body as a trophy back to his castle. And you guys drove him off by doing a decent amount of damage to him. With some natural intervention, I guess you could say, from Astraeus, he managed to rebuild a body out of earth for Vaughn, and Vaughn was resurrected. But this time as a kobold. So new body, new everything. So, but Vaughn was
brand
back
new you.
and brand new Vaughn, right? But still Vaughn nonetheless. Same soul, same problems. But that being said, you guys made your guys way up the mountain, and you did find the Amber Temple doors. You guys shrugged off the cold, no problem, with the help of Frost Shrug. Get it? And you guys made it to the Amber doors, where you guys were outside in this tall mountain in the whipping snow with these giant doors built into the mountainside. What would you like to do?
Do I have any hit point?
Yeah, I'll just say
I actually looked that up.
Here's the, I have
Yeah.
no issue with you getting an automatic long rest because honestly, the rest of the session will be dog shit for you if you don't.
Yeah, no.
Unless you want to take a long rest out in the snow.
No. She's good. They apparently rules is written. You get all your hit points and whatever back. It's a new body, so you get the health that's associated with it.
I assume that because it's like an 8-hour spell or whatever it is, basically, effectively. So it's not like what I mean. It's not like you get a long rest in that. So. All right, so yeah, you're good to go, Vaughn. Yeah, so make sure you have a long rest.
It's a long final rest.
Yeah.
So we're basically just parked in front of the.
Yeah, so you're sitting in your carriage. The wind's whipping around. You guys are these are not super tall mountains, but they're still enough to where there's snow, right? There's snow up here, and there's these giant amber doors. Like you can tell there's amber color, even though there's like snow and ice kind of on them. They go about like 30, 40 feet up. So these are like 3-4 story doors. They're very impressive. They look quite big and quite heavy. There's definitely two doors, and they're built into the mountainside. Okay. So think like Lord of the Rings, Moria type doors here, right? Like they're like built into the mountainside.
Melon.
Cousin, would you help me with these doors?
I'll do my best.
Okay. So So you both can make athletics checks with advantage since you're helping each other.
As I'm doing this, I forget, did Vaughn have a chance to mentally process the fact that she's in a new body now?
No, you guys are just throwing her. You guys are just walking this temple, and she's probably like looking at her body, like hands. Yeah.
I keep kind of like poking Vaughn. Yeah, it's like making sure like.
Acknowledged it.
Great athletics. Yeah, great athletics checks, Astraeus. Good start.
It's not great for me.
I am tapped out with this reincarnate.
Crossstrike, you got advantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
There you go. Net 20 is a lot better. Right. So Froststrike, using that Goliath strength of his, starts to push at the doors, push, and Astraeus is kind of with them. You see Astraeus like slipping on the ice on the door, literally basically doing nothing effectively. But Froststrike gets a good grip on between some of these like cracks, like not cracks in the door, but like there's kind of like carvings in the doors, but you can't quite see the carvings because they're covered in snow and ice. And Froststrike just push and just slowly the doors kind of start to give and they start to open. And as you open, you kind of get that change in pressure of air between the inside and the outside. And you kind of smell, I'm going to call it mildew, but you smell stale air, Froststrike, as you kind of start pushing the door.
Astraeus, you spent too much time in that starry form. You're losing some of your strength.
So it would seem. I was never the strongest of our furbolgs. I was more of a ideas guy.
I see. I see. And yeah,
And I'll bring in the carriage and the horses. I'm not gonna leave them outside in the cold.
Okay, so you bring in the carriage horses. Got it. So
Mm.
as you push the doors, like this is a bit of a process for Froststrike. It's not like they just swing open. Like you have to keep pushing, right? But as you do, light from what little light is outside. Once again, this is Barovia, and you're in the snowy mountains. What little light you have on the outside starts to fill the room ahead of you. From what you can tell, there is a giant room ahead of you. The light's not quite reaching everything yet. But you can see what appears to be you're like, as you like kind of open it, you see like a balcony in front of you. You can't see much beyond that because it's pure pitch black effectively still. Because like I said, there's not that much light yet. You guys are going to have to probably find some kind of light source. But you push it open enough to get your carriage and horses in because, I mean, like I said, this is requiring some exertion on your side. So you enter this room, and you can tell like there's a huge dark room in front of you. You can only see what appears to be like a balcony, a kind of a ruined balcony that you're standing on. But you can't see much of that because like there's just not enough light to see beyond that.
Can I just? I mean, I know it's still in the dark, but can I guess, do I see anything that's an immediate problem, or does it seem pretty clear for the time being?
You have dark vision?
No.
Okay, so make a perception check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, Vaughn can make a perception check.
Otherwise, you want me to do it with disadvantage?
So yeah, you do it with the disadvantage. Vaughn, you do it with advantage still. You still have keen sight for some reason.
These are dog shit, but it's that's 2 nat 2s, or 2 so that's 10 total.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean you can't really make anything out. You can see there's like just a balcony here. You can see like there's an end to the balcony, but beyond that it's kind of darkness. Vaughn, what'd you get?
21.
21. So Vaughn, you can see a little bit better. You can see this balcony is about like 20 feet up, but you can see floor just 20 feet below. It's not like there's a big chasm below this balcony. And to your sides, you can see 2 staircases that go down that 20 feet into like what seems to be a main floor. Vaughn, you are seeing little figures on the ground though that you would have to get closer to inspect, but you see little figures on the ground. Not moving though. But it looks like there's something. It could be some wreckage, could be something else, but something's on the ground.
All right. Well, looks like we're entering into a creepy crypt of some sort. There's some stuff down there, but I don't see any signs of movement. Should I go on?
Perhaps you stay here for one moment. If I had spent so much time thinking about reincarnating you, I had not prepared the spell to give us dark vision. So.
Well, I've got these, and I've infused a pair of goggles with dark. What are they called? Goggles of night. So I'll put these on.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you put on your infrared goggles, and you can make a perception check too. Then, just straight for you though.
Okay.
Cousin, do you do your clerical skills?
They're both terrible. I put them on upside down, so.
So you haven't really used these before, so you're kind of just they're not quite right. Yeah,
right.
It's like the goggles, like the swimming goggles that don't fit right. It's like, yeah.
No.
Sorry,
cousin, do you happen to have any clerical spells that may help us?
I can guide some of us.
Okay.
Would that help?
No, I was hoping for maybe like a light cantrip or something.
I do not have that ability, unfortunately.
Very well.
We really are. We're an outdoor kind of crew. Yeah, we like a little bit of sunlight here.
You need, a little bit of fire on a stick. That's all you need.
Yeah. All right. Do we have the materials to make a torch, or can I scrounge up enough materials to make a torch?
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, I think it's pretty clear you would have it, especially you, someone that spends a lot of time in the wild. You probably have those materials on you. Yep.
Okay. And as I'm not particularly happy to do this, but I set up a torch and I hold on to it. And
I'll cast Firebolt at it so that it lights on fire.
I can just walk and cast Sacred Flame continuously.
Just pillars of little holy fire just spout up everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say with Astraeus' torch and with the help of Meldos, you guys get a little bit of light going here. And the first thing you see is there's definitely the ceiling must go up 30, 40 feet, maybe more. You can't quite make out the ceiling, but it's definitely a tall ceiling. Okay. You can see two pillars. So there's two staircases on the side of this balcony you're on, and the two staircases go down. There are two pillars at the end of the staircases that go about 30 feet up as well. And it looks like there's like kind of statues, like it's kind of like there's like ornate statues kind of like working their way around the pillars. And it looks like there's like kind of marble heads at the top, and some of them are cracked and broken. On the ground level below the balcony that you guys are on, you immediately start to notice Astraeus and everyone else who's looking in this fire. It looks like there's a lot of bones.
Fresh bones?
Would you like to investigate them?
Yes, please.
So you can make an
How far away?
investigation.
Wait.
So they're on the main
bones?
level. They're on the main
Yeah.
level. So you'd have to go down the
Okay.
stairs to check.
All right. Well, before we do that, yeah, let's.
Basically, do they look? Do they
Football
look
huddle.
alive
Football
now?
huddle.
Which has now gotten a little bit harder because now we have to bend down.
One's low.
for
Yeah.
Vaughn. The one's. So I do not think going straight to the floor is a good idea. Perhaps, is there any way we can investigate from here, or perhaps we should just leave it be altogether and go somewhere else?
You mean like leave the temple?
In the building. No.
Hey, this is kind of your thing, Astraeus.
But just to clarify for you, so far you've only come through the main door, and there's only just two stairways down. There's nowhere else to go.
There's nowhere else. Okay.
No,
fine,
you
fuck
see
it.
no way forward besides that. Yeah, just to clarify. Yeah, 'cause-
Okay.
Can I look at this?
I-
See if there's any obvious like trap or danger on the staircase itself.
yeah, make an investigation check.
That's an 18.
18. So yeah, you're looking at the stairs. I'm saying I'm assuming you stay on the stairs, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is no obvious traps. Like you don't see anything. You don't see any like, push levers, any pressure plates, anything of that nature. You don't see anything on the walls. It looks like kind of rough hewn walls, like roughly cut out of the walls. But you do start to notice some of the bones are near the bottom of the stairs, like they're in the first few stairs. But you don't see any traps or anything of, that nature.
Maybe we should just like gently toss something down the stairs and see what happens. I'll just like take like a pebble and just roll it down to the bottom of the stairs.
So you take a pebble, you roll it down the stairs. Nothing happens. You just hear like kind of a little echo in the chamber, but nothing happens.
Basically, can I fashion another torch and throw a lit torch on the floor in front of us,
I'll say
and
you
then
have-
keep another lit torch? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
it's just juggling torches here. Yeah. So I'll toss the new torch that's lit as far as I can go in the floor in front of us and see if anything happens, and then I'll hold on to the one that I have.
Yeah, so you throw it. How far are you going to throw it? What would you say? Because that kind of matters.
The room seems big, right?
It does seem big, yeah. From what we could tell from the echo you're getting, yeah, it definitely seems in a bigger size.
And I forget, how far does the light of a torch go?
I'm going to give it like 30, 40 feet. Like,
Okay.
bad darkness, but enough to where you can see stuff.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw it basically... Yeah, so basically I'm trying to land it about 30 feet away, from the base of the stairs. So like into the middle of the room is, not terribly far, but far enough so that at least our immediate area could be illuminated.
Okay, so as you do that, you throw it. Make an athletics check. Let's see how well you throw it. See if you actually get it to the thing. It's got to be a 10. It's got to be a 10.
That's an 11.
Okay, so yeah, you get it to the middle of the room, no problem, right? As it's passing, it passes with to be some kind of statue in the middle of the room, about like 10 feet tall. It's got its hands together. It looks like it's like in a kind of a reverent position. And then it lands, and as it lands, you see two more pillars in the back of the room. Same thing, like 30, 40 feet up. Kind of got like statues around it or like carvings in it, and they got like marbles on the top. And then it illuminates in the back. You can just slightly make out in the back of the room a giant statue that nearly goes, which you can't even see like the face of it, but it looks like it goes about 30, 40 feet as well. And you can't quite make out what the statue is because you just don't have enough light that goes high enough, right? It looks like a humanoid on the bottom with some kind of robes, but you can't see anything beyond that because the light just doesn't go that high up.
But nothing is moving.
And,
Nothing is
on the ground, bones everywhere. A fair amount of bones. Bones, some discarded swords, some discarded armor. Kind of, I wouldn't say it's like a pile of them, but they're like piles here and there.
What if we edge our way forward, carefully checking for traps as we go?
You know what? Let me go up front.
You know what? I actually wanted to ask a question, Joe. If I cast Pass Without Trace, and I can hit all of us, but if I'm holding a torch, does that work or not?
I would say no, right? Because it kind of completely negates it, right? It's literally the exact opposite of what's supposed to be doing.
You mean it could be we could be just be invisible? There'd just be a torch floating down the stairs.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I can give you that, but like sometimes things are that's fine.
It's
You want
not
to take that?
even rely on sight to perceive, like a skeleton.
I look at unfortunately I look at the two small ones, Vaughn and Meldos. So and I say, unfortunately, I lack the ability to see in the dark. I can give you the cover of shadows, but I worry something is killing whoever steps down there. Would you care to brave the floor alone with my blessing of shadows, or would you like us all to try and face whatever comes?
I think the stealth option isn't really the way for us in this move. I think we've made ourselves pretty obvious already.
Yeah, the torch was kind of a giveaway, wasn't it?
No, it's a sleepy tomb. Suddenly people arrive. We're bound to be expected. Or, they know we're here.
Regardless, can I cast Pass Without Trace on the three of them, and I'll go without the spell?
Sure.
Okay. So I cast Pass Without Trace on on the three of them, and I will go without, because I mean, again, I have a torch, and we'll see how this goes. And I say, and I turn to my cousin and I say, cousin, don't stray too far from the light, please.
Again, I will do my best.
Yes. Okay.
I'm
you're
gonna
walking
do
down. Go ahead.
a real quick mage armor, and then I'm gonna start slowly walking down the stairs, carefully keeping my eyes peeled.
Okay. So you guys, you're going first?
I'll cast guidance on Vaughn as well, just in case.
Okay. Casting guidance on Vaughn. Got it. All right. Vaughn, you're going down?
Yep.
Okay, so Vaughn, you see Vaughn kind of tiptoeing the steps, being very cautious, very wary, I would imagine. Vaughn, as you start going down the steps, you notice it's getting colder. It's getting colder. So you think about it, you'd be outside, you imagine it would be warmer inside just because you're not getting the whipping wind and that kind of stuff. But it's getting colder. Do you step on the
cold of ice or like the cold of death?
You're intimately familiar at this point. Yeah.
Lack of energy, I would say. It's a different. It's like a lack of life and energy. I would say more than either of those two. Hard to describe. Do you step on the floor?
I already tossed my pebble down and nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Is checking for traps a thing? Can we do that?
She did. Yeah, she did. She said she was clearing the stairs for sure.
I didn't see a trap.
Yeah, she had 18. So
I guess I'll just touch.
I'll grab Vaughn's arm before she goes, and I'll say, Vaughn, be careful. We don't know how many times Strahd will be able to bring you back from the dead. We have no way of knowing if he can do that again.
Maybe next time he can bring me back as something a little cuter. Not that I'm complaining.
Oh, and I think you're very cute. What are you talking about? Look at your tail.
Don't sell yourself too short here.
Everyone is a critic.
All right, I'm gonna touch my toes onto the ground.
Okay. The second you do that, you have a huge rush of adrenaline. I need you, Meldos, and Astraeus to roll a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh no. I think I've got some shit for that too.
It's a concentration check with disadvantage.
Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
Just you three.
Yeah, why not Rashra? Oh man, too bad it's disadvantage.
I rolled 21 both times.
Do you need 4? I can give you 4, Vaughn.
I got a D4 already from Frostra. There's no way I'm saving it. I only rolled a 2.
I'm just saying an automatic 4. Yeah.
It's
If only we had the cloak of floating from the moon one shot.
Disadvantage was an 18.
18, nice.
I know, right? That's wild.
What was your other roll?
13. 12 and 13, so.
Nice. All right, but Meldos and Vaughn, you immediately fall unconscious.
Well, that's good.
I need to pull you guys into a different channel momentarily. Okay. Astraeus and Frost, I'll talk to you in a second. Okay.
Okay.
I'll take. Can I take Vaughn first because I'm ready for Vaughn. So let's go to the gaming game.
Do you want us?
We can leave again, and then you thumbs us up.
Oh, that's right, because you want it for the thing. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I got
That's fine.
unlisten to ourselves too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, unlisten.
Yep.
I'll take Vaughn first.
The big deal is everything seems fine.
Mhm. All right, I'm gonna move over to gaming gang.
All right, are we good? We're good. Okay. All right. So, Vaughn, immediately.
Here? Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. I apologize. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry. Get away, Get away. So, Vaughn, immediately, you find yourself sitting across from Sir Ross. He goes, "This is it. Are you ready? Are you ready to claim what's yours? The power that you deserve?"
All right, yeah, let's do it.
You're very close. I don't want you to falter at the end. You've come so far. You've given your life to get this far. You deserve the power.
All right, what do I do? So far, I gotta say, I don't think it's going that well.
No, this is all part of the plan. This is my last chance to talk to you before we can talk in person. Once you get in there, you're gonna see an old man. He's dangerous. You need to destroy him or get past him. I recommend get past him because he's quite powerful. Get past him and come to me. You'll know me when you see me.
Okay, I guess I'll take your word for it. Are you gonna look like Sir Ross?
Unfortunately, I won't look like anything because I am trapped. I am stuck in one of the tombs. All you need to do is put the slightest crack in that tomb, and then I can help you. We can get out of here, and we can free Barovia and go back to Waterdeep and make ourselves powerful kingpins.
Perfect. All right. Everything's falling into place. Do you think you can make me look like a human person again?
I can work on that, but we definitely have to get out of here for me to do that.
All right.
If you want, you could be Dragonborn too. They look pretty badass.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm not particularly attached to my own body, but this is kind of ridiculous. I feel like no one's going to take me seriously.
I agree. It's pretty pathetic. So we'll get you something better.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'll see you in 5.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
just like circle back later. For
Okay.
sure.
And you kind of go back to black, and we'll talk to you in a second. All right. I need Astraeus now.
We all back?
I need Meldos now. So Meldos only.
That's me.
All right, so then we lost Meg, but she can come back if you want to.
Am I in this? Am I allowed in this?
Get out. This is
Only
my
Meldos.
turn.
Only Meldos.
What?
I got frosty touched.
All right, we good? Okay, good. All right.
Okay.
So Meldos, you wake up and you immediately find yourself in the office overlooking your factory floor.
Okay.
It looks like some time has passed.
No.
Okay. The worker that you called out the one day and you offered the help, the worker that you recognized from Daggerford that you didn't help that one day many years ago.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, yeah. He is now a kind of like a manager. He's kind of with you. He's near your level now.
Okay.
And he's been working. You guys have been working together for a couple of years now.
Yep.
And you guys have been growing the business. And one thing you've noticed about Jimmy is Jimmy likes to get stuff done.
Yeah.
He does not mess around, and he makes sure the workers work hard and they make sure they work diligently.
Yep.
You guys had a little bit of tension over this, as you were maybe a little more soft-handed with the workers and what they were doing.
Yeah.
But Jimmy is a bit more ruthless. And he looks at you, goes, Meldos, I mean, everyone appreciates your compassion, and I know the workers love you, but you just can't keep letting them off the hook when they make mistakes like that.
Well, how are they ever going to learn if they don't have an opportunity to correct those mistakes?
We just find new workers, pay them cheaper, and just start again. It's better than that. If they can make mistakes like this at this point, they're just not worth working here. They can go back to the orphanage.
Well, that's your way of running this business, and it does seem to be working. I can't argue with the results, but yeah, I just think that there's room for a little bit of compassion here.
I wish, I guess. You would know about compassion. And he kind of walks out the room.
Okay.
You fast forward again. Time
Yeah.
passes. You're sitting in your office working.
Yeah.
And some Waterdeep guards come in to your office. They go, excuse me, your name Meldos?
That's correct.
Meldos Hardsock?
Yes.
Unfortunately, by the order of the Waterdeep Business Council, you were required to leave the premises.
What was the meaning of this? This is my factory.
Apparently, unfortunately, not anymore. You might want to take it up with the Waterdeep Business Council.
Show me the order. Where do you have a warrant? You know, you can't be in here.
Yeah, and he has this paperwork, and it kind of explains that the business has been bought out, and that you are no longer the owner, and that there's been allegations of your corruption and stealing from the business in the interests of the Waterdeep Council.
Oh no, do I smell Jimmy's betrayal on this? I assume after years of.
I mean, you
tension
assume
Yeah.
that you have nothing to lead you to that right now.
That guy. This is. I will as petulantly and as. Like slowly as possible. Like just I built this town. This is my factory. You can't get away with this. Yeah. But I don't want to fight. Yeah.
Yeah, you have an oddly supportive guard. It's like, understand, sir, but rules are rules. Sorry, you're gonna have to come with us, and you have to leave the premises.
I have a really good lawyer. That's what's gonna happen here. We're gonna fight this all the way to the top, all the way to the Lords of Waterdeep here.
Yeah, good luck with that. To go against the Lords of Waterdeep would be quite the lawyer. Good luck with that. And some time passes, and all of a sudden you find yourself, not a lot of time passes, you find yourself sitting in front of a couple of bigwigs of the Waterdeep Council.
Okay, yeah.
And they go, and you see they're working with paperwork as you walk, you kind of storm in, I would assume, kind of angry, and they're kind of working with paperwork, the three of them.
All right. So then, I will. I guess I've not talked to them since this, so I would say there's there's some you need some explaining to do. What's going on here in this factory now? Why was I kicked out so undignified?
Well, Jimmy informed us of your unwillingness to expand profits and expand the business in ways that we deem profitable. And Jimmy offered that we could buy out your share and that we could get you out of there. He could double the business's profitability. So we took him up on that offer.
Well, where's my compensation for it then? If you're going to buy me out, I better be bought out.
Well, you were stealing, it looks like. And they showed some evidence of some ledgers that you look like don't look like your
false
news.
Clear
forgeries. And this was the kind of thing where they didn't even try, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things like they are the law, so they don't give a shit.
Right. Yeah.
And they go, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just, clearly the one that's behind this all is Jimmy.
Can't prove any other way, one way or the other, but Jimmy's promises results. What can you promise us?
I will promise you even more than he's got. Double, triple.
And one of them goes, one of the guys sitting on the side. He's a guy that looks a little bit older. He's one of the older Waterdeep businessmen, but he's kind of one of the guys that's kind of seen to be on his way out.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of the richer ones, but everyone knows he's on the way out a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's just older and he's probably going to die soon.
Yeah.
But he's definitely one of the more esteemed, also one of the more ruthless businessmen.
Yeah.
He openly smiles, and he's got a lot of teeth. He's got like you can tell he got his teeth messed up when he was young and never got it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a weird grin. He goes, if you could get me something, I can deal with your Jimmy problem. And he's kind of smiling at you.
All right, anything. What do you need? I'm thinking back to my old adventuring days when it was easy to go out into the now now I'm much older, so but
yeah,
still,
you are much older. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
He goes, in a sarcophagus in a deep tomb, I'm looking for a golden idol. This idol is of a smiling man. You'll know it when you see it. It's about yay high.
All right.
You can find that to me and retrieve it. I'll give you your business back. I'll give you full ownership and take away the stake of the Waterdeep Council stake. And I'll deal with your Jimmy problem. He won't be hurt, but he won't be a problem for your business anymore. Give me that idol.
You've got a deal. Yeah.
Okay. He goes, puts his hand down to shake it.
Yep. Same. Yep.
And as soon as you shake it, you feel an adrenaline dopamine rush.
Yeah.
That kind of like, it's not just almost dreamlike. You feel it in your body
Okay. Yeah.
as you come back to consciousness. Now we can bring everyone else in.
All right. Cool.
All right.
We might have to ping them.
Yep.
Come back.
So you guys are done?
Come
Yep.
back. Everybody's
another
welcome
one.
again.
I can pull
Awesome.
them. I'm gonna pull
Both
them.
come back. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys back?
Yeah.
Just bring me into a channel against my will.
I can just do whatever I want.
Apparently you can.
I was liking it over there.
All right. So,
I was
Astreus,
happy for once.
the second you saw Vaughn and Meldos go unconscious, you felt like this weird, like sudden migraine hit you for a second, but you kind of pushed it off. And you just kind of manage, and you hear the screams of Astrid for a second, but you just immediately go away. But it does kind of shake you a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Frostrug, you notice Vaughn and Meldos just literally fall unconscious on the ground. Meldos being right by you, and Vaughn collapsing at the steps.
Oh no.
What do you? I'll let you two make it an action before I tell them what happens to them next.
How? So as soon as they touch down, so they're still they're within reach from the stairs, correct?
Yeah, you can touch them without touching the step.
Yeah,
Especially
pull them
Vaughn.
up,
Vaughn's
basically?
right
I'm gonna pick them both
Yeah.
up.
there. Okay, so you
Yeah.
go to pick them both up. As you do, you notice they both come back to consciousness. Like it was an instant. They literally just passed out like a sack of potatoes, and they're all of a sudden they're back to like they wake up. They're on the ground, but as you're picking them up, they're awake.
I just quietly say, Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Jimmy?
What happened?
You passed out. You went unconscious.
How long was I out?
Only for a brief moment.
Seconds, really. And Vaughn, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I feel great. Joe, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Because we are in a tomb inside a mountain, would you consider this the Underdark?
Sure. I mean, it's not technically, but I gotta give you the kobold thing. So yeah, I mean, it's not Dinner Dark, but yeah, you can have it.
All right. This is the first time in this campaign that we're in my favored terrain.
Yeah. Sure, I'll definitely give it to you considering that.
All right, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling in my element. Let's
Yeah, I
go.
feel great too. Yeah, let's. Is everybody all right? Are we good to keep going? I mean, I'd rather not pass out again, but
Yes, I don't think you understand how traumatizing that was for us. You both stepped down the stairs and then immediately passed out.
Yeah,
Do
but
they
we're-
seem
we're
okay?
both
Do they
fine
seem
now,
hurt?
right?
Like, or
Yeah, no, there's no damage. There's nothing
Yeah.
perceivably damaged on them. They both feel fine. Like they
Yeah.
just even for them's sake, like there's no HP loss, no condition, anything like that. Yeah.
My friends believe us. We feel great. We're ready to keep going.
And just to note, Vaughn touched the step first, and both them went down. Meldos hadn't touched the ground yet.
Yeah, I'm still on the stairs. Yeah.
Vaughn, is this true? Are you feeling all right? Like Meldo says?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I do think we should be worried, though. I'm getting a distinct feeling that we're gonna encounter an enemy, maybe a pretty powerful one, coming up soon. But yeah, let's get things moving. Just
What
be,
makes you say that?
it's just a vibe. Kind of vibe.
I'm gonna look at Astreus. Does everything seem okay with these two?
It's honestly, it is hard to say. She did just die, so I chalk up some of the strangeness to that. But It is.
Yeah, that's I'll do it to you, right? I'll do it.
Uh, if you,
So
I give Frost Shrug the torch. I said, cousin, hold this. I'll take a better look. And I would like to wild shape into a giant owl, and I would like to take a one silver with flight. I have dark vision of 120 feet, and I get advantage on perception checks. So I was hoping to go take a quick old look around
Okay.
this area.
So you go to the sky, and as you do, like I said, you kind of go immediately kind of near to the roof. It's about about 50 feet tall. It's a tall roof.
Mhm.
This cavern looks worn. It looks like it was kind of carved out of the mountain, and you kind of suspected with the door, right? And as you do, the four pillars. There's four pillars, and these pillars go about 40 feet up, or like 35, 40 feet up. Looks like there's some kind of like marble or jewel on the top of each of them. One of them's like cracked and broken. And then you notice in the middle, like I said, a 10-foot statue in the middle of the room near where you threw your torch. And then at the back of the room, opposite of where you guys walked in, is a giant statue. As you fly around, this nearly goes to the ceiling. And as you get a better look at it, it looks worn, looks like it's been beat up a little bit, but you kind of make out like a scribe, a librarian, or a mage as the statues. You kind of get as you fly around. And I'll say, just because you have dark vision at 120 feet, behind that statue, the giant statue, you see what appear to be two kind of iron-looking doors. And these are the only doors or exits you've seen outside of the outside of this so far. Like, it's the only other way you could see possibly in or out of this room.
Okay. Can I guess, while I'm still flying by here, can I see what's up with this giant statue? Like, can I, I don't know if I'm going to be able to identify what the statue is, or what it's of. You said it's like a guy, or you didn't actually specify a gender. You said like librarian or scribe, right?
They're wearing like mage robes, effectively, the
Yeah.
statue, right? So you want to make an investigation in on it?
Yeah, and then again, does it look? Basically, I'm just afraid that if we go anywhere in the side of this thing and it's going to shoot lasers or something. So does it look like anything, like any sort of weaponry? I guess is the thing I'm worried about. A trap of some sort.
Oh, yeah, the statue. I mean, the statue looks like a statue. It really does.
Sure.
It looks like it's been like scarred and hit by stuff, and like some of like gashes, like of swords and stuff like that. Chips, things like that. It's hard to say though, like what caused them. You can assume maybe they were like metal, like sword blows or hammer blows. Hard to say for sure, but it definitely looks like a human mage of some sort. Like they have like a spell book in their hands. They got their hands together holding the spell book. There's no words or runes or anything that you can see. I should have had you roll, but I'll give it to you.
Okay.
That was pay attention.
Yeah. So I fly back, and I don't think I transferred back right away. I just I kind of I circle around you guys and then kind of I come down onto like a ledge and I point my beak, or I point my wing at where we need to go to the door, this iron door.
Woo!
Do a technical question? Do I still have pass without a trace on me?
Yes, I would say you do, because like I said, that was a special effect. So you and Meldos both have it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
And Frusha.
And for sure.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm feeling exceptionally sneaky today. Maybe I should just kind of go ahead a few paces and I'll signal you
All right.
to make sure you're safe.
I'll
Feeling almost.
only step in the
detective-
places that you step first. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stealth and go on ahead.
So both of you make stealth checks. I'll give Meldos advantage since he's following Vaughn's lead.
All right. That gives me a flat because I have a disadvantage normally.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay. So this is funny. Even though I rolled a 2, I still have, with pass without a trace, a 26. Because it's the Underdark, so I get my additional +4.
Wow.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a lot. Yeah, that's the nice thing about that.
I rolled a 4, so that's a 6. But then with pass without trace, that's what, +10, something like that.
Yeah.
16.
So 16. This is the sneakiest I've ever been.
Okay.
As you clomp around with your Iron Man armor.
Yeah. So you start walking. Where are you guys walking to again?
I'm gonna be looking for something that looks like might be like a tomb or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you start kind of looking around, you see those pillars, right?
Mhm.
You see the statue standing in the middle, the 10-foot statue, right? And then you see the giant statue, kind of like see the feet and the legs, and then kind of lose a little bit more in the darkness as it goes up. You can maybe make out the torso. But what you do notice on the ground is you notice bones, completely, completely. I would say desiccated, decomposed bodies, right?
Got
There's like a body here, body there. Some of them were in armor, some look like they were wearing clothes. They're kind of scattered throughout.
Do they look like they were pulverized, like smashed?
So make a medicine check. We'll kind of see how much you can see.
That's a 13.
So with a 13, I will give you some of them look smashed, some of them look like they're charred.
Charred. Okay. Something here might be magically inclined. Mhm.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Can we
Ooh.
yeah. Let's see, do I have anything?
Oh yeah.
Like
What about the ability that I never use, where it can detect my favorite enemies? I guess. I mean, I'm going all ranger today for some reason.
this
Primeval
temple is
awareness.
suddenly your domain, yeah.
I'm going to use my primeval awareness.
Okay. So what do you detect?
Oh, hold on. It's been a minute because I generally don't use this one. I feel like undead is definitely one of them. Celestial,
Undead and celestial. Yeah.
Okay. So you
aberrations,
detect.
dragons, elementals, fey fiends, and undead. Yeah.
Okay. You detect. You definitely get an undead ping in this room.
Ooh.
You feel like a block ahead of you, though. Like something's blocking you ahead of you.
Like
Something magically
something
spying.
between me and it.
And going forward. So like if you were like the back of the room, there's something blocking. Like you're just not getting anything. It's like almost like you feel like something. It's hitting a wall. Doesn't necessarily mean there's something there, but you know something's definitely blocking you ahead. But in this room, you definitely get a ping of undead.
Okay. All right. I'll just signal. I'll use some kind of ranger signal that nobody else understands to alert my party to. Um,
Ooh.
undead ahead.
Mm.
All right. I'll keep creeping on then.
And so you kind of keep around. You just find more of the same, right? I know Astraeus can't give you a direction. Do you head in the direction he kind of pointed to with his wing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As you get there, you find these two iron doors, solid iron doors. Looks like they've been battered a bit. It looks like at some point someone took a hammer or something heavy to them, but they're closed shut tight. You don't see any handles. You don't see like any windows in them or anything. But there's two iron doors, beat and worn.
Okay.
So far, that's the only place you've seen as like a kind of an exit out of here so far. You haven't seen really anything else.
Stay under my breath. Are we on the right track?
I'm following you, Vaughn. I trust you.
All right. Well, should we try to proceed through here? I mean, I'm not really.
Where
Not really
are
seeing-
Frostrug and Astraeus right now?
Waiting at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
All right. Let's signal them over.
All right.
Okay. You guys coming over?
I mean, I'm gonna perch on Froshrug's shoulder, almost like a parrot, and I'm going to kind of give him general guide. I'll give him general guidance, not actual guidance, but general guidance of where to go. Who?
Okay.
As I point forward with my feather door.
Okay.
Marco's going to be
carefully-
pecking at you the whole time, by the way.
Okay, so you guys make your stealth checks, please.
All right. As I'm doing so, I'll say I approve of your new form, Astreus. I hope that it
believe-
brings us luck in this dark dungeon that we find ourselves in.
And I believe you have disadvantage, Frostrogue, if I guess, right?
Stealth, but I still have pass without a trace, right?
Yeah, you do have pass without trace, but you do have disadvantage because of your armor.
Do I still have to do it even though I'm an owl?
Yep.
All right.
So what do I plus with pass without a trace?
It's a plus 10.
So 18 with
So-
the disadvantage.
11 plus 4. So 15.
Okay, 15.
Mm.
All right. I'm going to roll some perception checks because there was almost no way that. Actually, I should roll perception checks because Meldo, so we didn't roll that high. But there was no way they were going to catch Vaughn, so I didn't do it because it was like literally not mathematically possible. Okay.
Someone would have to get up pretty early in the morning to detect frost shrug.
So I think the lowest was 15 with the owl, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
So as you are making that sound, right? I mean, you don't go into owl form very often, right? And owls are actually some of the quietest flyers, but it doesn't mean you have completely mastered that skill. You make some flutters with your wings that are a little bit louder, more like a common pigeon versus an owl. And all of a sudden, you guys see at the top of the columns, those marbles turn to fire. They literally catch fire. 3 of them. One of them does not, but 3 of them do. They catch fire, and you hear a shrieking scream, a horrible scream, as all 3 of them start screaming. The 10-foot statue in the middle all of a sudden creaks and starts to move. Roll initiative.
Oh no.
Damn it.
Astreus,
I
by the
knew
bird
it.
god, keep it down.
No, you know what? They rolled exceptionally well on.
Oh, it doesn't matter because I forgot Froshrug is holding a torch right now.
That's true. So minus 10 to your roll. Yeah.
I still tell Astreus to keep his flapping down regardless.
Oops. Okay.
18
Alright, so-
for Meldos. Thank you,
Statue.
advantage. Thank you, Sentinel Shield.
4 for frost shrug.
Uh-oh.
6 for Astreus.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
For me.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no.
All right, so Meldos at 18.
18, yeah.
What about our surprise round?
All right. So that ping you were feeling, Vaughn, becomes very, very clear as let me pull up this map. All right, let me put you guys where you guys would be at. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just reorganizing a ton of windows here.
No worries. All right.
Okay, so at the top of 3 of the columns, you guys see flaming what appear to be skulls. And in these skulls, they're lit up and their eyes have a fire in them. They made a screaming shriek as they kind of lit a flame. In the middle, you see that 10-foot statue come to life as it's like this giant like metal/rock statue that starts to move. And these shrieking things, one of them is going to all of a sudden they're up there, right? And all of a sudden they're going to look at Astreus because they saw Astreus. So they're gonna look at Astreus, and all of a sudden one of them shoots a fireball at Astreus.
Oh no.
Roll a dex saving throw, please.
That'll be a +2. Let's see where you're at. That'll be the same for me and the owl. And that's a nat 1, baby. So
All
a total
right.
of 3.
Oh, no.
This thing is like an automated turret, basically. It just shoots at you and it hits you dead on. So you take 28 points of fire damage. As all of a sudden, you guys are all really really alerted to all of a sudden this giant explosion that hits Astreus midair, and this explosion kind of rocks the middle of the room. All right.
So I forget. Does anybody remember Wild Shape? It does it carry over or does it not carry over?
If it goes over, the over damage goes over, but
All right. What was the
So it's
total
like-
then?
28.
Okay, so I had 19, so that'd be 9 points of damage basically for me.
Yeah, you might want to double
Okay,
check
okay.
that, but that was my understanding.
Sure. I think that's it. Yeah, I think it's like
That's
polymorph
fair, at
almost.
least. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So all of a sudden, and you were flying, right?
I mean, I wasn't high, but yeah, I was shoulder height basically to
Yeah, roll a
stay.
dex save for fun. Let's see if you land on your feet.
Fine.
I mean, you got
Good.
blown out of the sky, and
Yeah, that's a 13.
all right, with 13, I'll say you land and you stay upright, so you're not prone at least. Okay.
No.
Okay, so you
I'm
land
singed,
right
yeah.
here. Yeah, and you are
Mhm.
singed. Okay.
Mhm.
Mildos, you are up.
All right. I'm gonna turn around quickly, and then I see. So those three
And
things are
Mildos,
on
I will say
top.
this: you assume they haven't seen you.
Okay.
Judging by their pointing, they're looking. All three of them are looking at Astreus because that's who they perceive first. Because you guys' stealth checks were good enough.
Okay. Yeah.
So keep that in mind. So they don't see you currently, but they are focused on Astreus.
That's not good.
Okay. So this thing in the middle is the one that shot the fireball. Do I know that? I guess I saw it.
I guess I got you guys your name. It'll be the one to the top right, top corner
Top
right. And
right.
by the way, they're on the top of the pillars. They are 40
Right.
feet up.
They're 40 feet up. Okay. That's
About 35, 40 feet up. And there's
troubles.
3 of them on 3 of the pillars.
That's troubles.
Next person on deck after one of the others will be Vaughn.
Okay. And I haven't seen this thing in the middle move at all yet, huh?
No, it started moving. It started moving
Oh,
as well. So you can
okay.
say it's an active
And it's going for
participant in whatever
Astreus.
this is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How far away is that in the middle? That's like 10. 15.
For you, you should make it. You should just
be
make
able
it.
to make it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, stealth be damned. I'm going straight for it. Yeah, we'll go right up to it.
And you look, it's like a 10-foot like statue automaton thing that looks like it's moving. And you're like, oh shit.
it looks smaller from a distance.
Yeah,
I will.
as you get up to, you're like, oh crap.
I will punch it very hard with a thunder glove.
Go for it.
All right. That is a 22 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Sweet. Thunder damage. That is max damage. 12 thunder damage to that boy.
Okay, so yeah, you take a good little chunk out of this thing. I mean, it still looks totally fine, but you knock some rock and metal off it as you kind of punch it.
Okay, so
It doesn't seem to react very much because it's like an automaton. Didn't like it hurt it, but
right, but it looks more damaged, which is what I
Yes.
want because I will hit it again.
go for it.
That will certainly hit. 23 to hit.
Damn, yeah, roll damage.
Feeling good. That is a 1 on my damage, so that's 5. 5 more damage. A little weaker
It
on the left
balanced out.
arm. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you kind of with your left, not as great, but still does a little crack.
All right.
Well,
All right. I will send Marco out to Astreus. Bird on
Okay.
bird. Well, I guess no longer bird. But
Yeah, so Marco lands on your shoulder, Astreus, as you look up and see these flaming skulls looking down at you with evil intent. All right, I think that's your turn, Meldos.
yeah, that's it.
All right, Vaughn, before you go, one of the other things gets to go. It now will see both of them. You know what? I don't see why it wouldn't. The next one's going to shoot a fireball at Astreus as well.
Oh no.
Roll a
Oh,
dex saving
yeah.
throw.
1 second. I actually want to. I need to look up one thing. I swear.
I'll also look something up real quick.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll make a dex saving throw. That's a total of 5.
All right, so luckily I rolled like shit though. You take 20 points of fire damage as this fireball also hits Astrea. So you guys are watching. Astreus is just in a hailfire of fire that is just raining down on him.
As that hits me, I'm gonna cast a first level absorb element as a reaction,
Nice.
Sounds
and I'll take half of that for 10.
Okay. All right, so you take 10. So you guys see, like all of a sudden he kind of makes a hand movement, and some of the fire goes in his hands instead of burning his body. All right, that's that thing's turn. Vaughn, you were up.
Okay. Does it look like they're like recharging anything, or does it look like they just have more fireballs to go?
I mean, I don't know how to explain it.
Does it seem like their face was like glowing hot and now it's like
It seems the same, I'll say.
Okay.
You can't tell. Like, either way. You can't tell either way. You're not sure if they got more in the tank or if they're just starting or if that's all they got with the major ones.
Okay. I will then I'm not seeing either, so I'm
No, you're
gonna
not seeing.
use my dread ambusher thing for my 3 attacks here. I'm gonna go for the one that's closest to Astraeus. And I
Got it.
guess the one that's closest to Astraeus and me.
Got it. So I'll give you.
I'm not necessarily gonna move around the statue entirely.
That's fine, right there. That's fine.
Little cover still, so I'm not being seen.
Got
Okay, so I am going to Erebus. And so that's 29 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely it.
And so it's gonna do all right. 2 plus a D8 for my dread ambusher.
Mm.
So all right, so
Mm.
I'm rolling like shit. That's 8 total so far. 2d6 for the sneak attack, which is another 6. So what that was 8. 14 total. That's the first hit. How's it looking after the first hit?
So it's 14.
14 damage, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it took a decent hit. Like, it looks like the skull is cracked. So this thing looks like kind of like a skull that's on fire. It looks like it took the arrows in one of the eyes, and it seems like it's like shaking around mad.
Okay, I'll do another hit on the same one then.
Okay.
21.
21 will definitely hit.
All right, so that's 10 more damage.
All right.
Still kicking.
Look, yeah, it's still kicking, but it's look like the skull's cracked a bunch.
All right, then my last one. 16 to hit.
16. You notice in the last second, it notices the damage coming. It casts shield on itself, and the shield goes up and blocks the last arrow
Okay.
as a reaction.
All right, and then
Nice, good
I'm
boss
gonna bonus action hide.
Got it. So reroll your stealth check, please. With you still have, I believe, actually pass without a trace. Who cast it?
I did.
It's
So
not
you're-
a concentration spell though.
Oh, it's not. Oh, then you still got it. Then never mind. All right. So you still roll your stealth, and
This is just common. Because that would
yeah.
be 39, 40, 41, 42, 43
yeah.
stealth.
So this thing's looking around for you. Has no idea where those arrows came from. Yeah. The
And
room has no idea
sees
where you're at. You are darkness incarnate.
Passive without a trace is a concentration. She has other stuff going on, but
okay. Well, I still would have been fine.
Yeah, you're still fine though. I think even without it, you're still good. So it does not matter.
well,
All right.
I'll roll a con check, but
Pretty sure it falls.
no. Well, I would have to do it for each time I got. Well, yeah, each time I got hit. So if that was the first time, and that's a nat 20. So I mean, they technically still have pass without a trace.
Well, I mean,
Excellent.
I don't know if that's good for you or bad for you because that means they're still target you because they really can only see you and Meldos, and
yeah.
Meldos is too close to their buddy, so they ain't gonna attack him. All right, well,
Yeah.
This is like the opposite problem of the last fight.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, the next flaming skull, since it doesn't want to attack its buddy and can only see Astraeus, is going to shoot a fireball at Astraeus again.
Oh, this has gone well for me.
Yeah, Astraeus, roll, and Astraeus, you're on deck too, by the way. So roll a deck save.
That's a 7.
All right. So you take 26 points of fire damage as another fireball fires down from these pillars at Astraeus. And yeah, so not good times for Astraeus.
Sorry. That's shit. That's I still have the resistance from absorb element.
You
so
do,
that's
yeah,
only
you do. So
13.
that's your thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. I'm not liking this, but I'm surviving it.
Yeah, no, the absorb is great. All right, Astraeus, you're up too. It's your turn.
Okay. From here, I'm the one that's been injured by Vaughn. I'm going to just try to hit it with a frostbite.
Got it.
So make a con saving throw. Needs to beat a 16.
16. Does it do cold damage?
It will, yes.
So I'll say you go to throw it, the ice hits it, it just melts away.
Oh,
Oh, neat.
You
Okay.
I have a feeling it's immune to cold.
It's immune to cold.
Yeah, like the ice did nothing.
Oh, also it does. So, but did it pass? I guess did it pass its saving throw or not?
I'll do it real quick, but
'Cause I get an
3. So
additional.
it failed. It failed. Yeah, it would fail.
Okay, so the 2d6 cold damage does nothing, but the absorb elements also does a d6 of fire damage. So did
Yeah,
the
you
fire
notice
damage do anything?
it just sucks up the fire. Like it looks like it liked that almost.
Ooh.
Great.
As you notice, this thing, by the way, is wrapped in breathing fire, a green breathing fire, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was a blue fire. I was hoping it was some sort of cold fire. But here we are.
You
I
hit the fire
guess
monster with fire?
I'd fire with fire.
I mean, you got to hit something with something, right? And then I'm going to try to, and I know it's not going to hide very well, but can I get behind that pillar, the one that I just fired at, like,
Yeah.
so that I'm harder to hit from everything else, and
Yeah,
then
totally.
as a bonus action, I'll just hit myself with a healing word. We'll do a second level healing word, and that'll heal me for 7 points of damage. That's a something. All right, and that's me.
Okay. Next up is the construct. It looks down at Meldos. It looks down at you and it goes. It kind of looks at you, and you get that sense of it's like destroy, destroy.
Reasonable.
You get that sense.
That's fair.
As
I hit
it
him
picks up
first.
its-
So
Yeah, he did. So he picks up his 2 metal fists and goes to slam you. You also notice some of the damage it taken starts to repair.
Oh
Some of the
no.
rock. So it looks like some of the damage on it has repaired itself.
The back of my mind is noting this for later, but the front of my mind is not happy about that at all.
All right. First one definitely missed because it was a 9. The second one's a
Yep.
22 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. So you take bad rolls. You take 8 bludgeoning damage as one of the fists kind of smash into your chest.
Okay.
And that is all it can really do. All right. Frostrik, you are up. And Meldos, you'll be on deck after one of the other things go.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a running leap onto the pillar below me and start climbing up to.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that.
I was about to say that's gonna be very interesting.
Okay, so it's 40-ish feet up.
Yeah, 35, I'll say.
Okay. And then how many feet away would you say the construct is from me? 15, 20.
15, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. About 30 exactly.
Ooh, okay. All right. And which one did Meldos do a little bit of damage to already?
Meldos did the damage to the construct in the middle of the room.
The construct. Oh, and it's kind of healing up already.
Yeah, which already still looks like it's starting to repair some of the damage.
But Vaughn hit the one the
Vaughn
the
really
flaming
fucked
skull.
up one of the flaming skulls in the top right corner that Astraeus is hiding behind. I
Can't
think it
get
looks
to
like
that
it's
one,
like almost about to shatter.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna hit the one that's closest to me with a guiding bolt to fire the skull.
Okay. Roll your attack.
All right. The 21 to hit.
Definitely will hit. Roll damage.
Guiding bolt. Guiding bolt. Couple of ones there. That's 14 radiant damage.
Okay, so you see the guiding bolt fly up, smack this thing. You see cracks all over the skull. It's still together, but looks decently damaged. And it's lit up even more, even though it's already lit up as a flaming skull. But
Shit.
it's
Okay.
extra lit up for easier to hit.
I'm gonna go ahead and use 15 feet of movement to get kind of between the skull and the construct.
Got it. It's like right about there. Sounds good.
Maybe one lower than that if I can.
Sure. Yeah, you got the movement.
Okay. And then I use the spell. Can't really do anything else with my bonus action. That's gonna end my turn.
All right. So go top of the round. One of the flaming skulls goes first. It is yeah, it's gonna look down at you, Astraeus, because once again, actually, yeah. So I think it would see you. Yeah, they would go for you because you're just closest and you're beat up. It's gonna cast magic missile on you. So all of a sudden you see these magical missiles come out and start to hit Astraeus. So that is let's see. That is what 3d4. Yeah,
I've recently learned that hits automatically.
it does.
Yep. Unless you use shield, which I don't have.
Yeah. So you take 8 points of force damage as these like bolts hit you, and you kind of feel the pain of that as it kind of hurts. All right. That's its turn though. Next up is Vaughn.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna. There's the one that's near Astreus is still,
That's the one you messed up really bad.
and it's still got
It's
life
still
in it.
kicking. Still kicking.
Okay, I'll hit it with my arrow.
All right. Roll for
Or
attack.
30 to hit.
I think
Jeez.
30 will hit. Yeah, I think 30 will hit.
All right, so that's 9. Because Astreus is there, I get sneak attack too.
Stratus
so-
is not in melee, but you
Oh.
get sneak attack because you're still
You're
stealth,
hiding,
so you still
yeah.
get sneak attack. So, but he's not in melee technically, but you get it.
Okay, so 14 total damage to it.
Okay. 14. It is like literally about to shatter, but it's still together.
Oh my god, all right, fine. One more time. All right, 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Hey, are you doing all your sharpshooter stuff or no?
I haven't been. I guess I should have
Okay.
been.
Up to you.
All right.
And
Uh,
that's another 6 damage.
Okay, Vaughn. So you see, I'm gonna explain this because there's just some specific things that happen here. You see the arrow hit it. It looks like it cracks completely, and it kind of falls apart in a pile. It is down.
Okay, and then I'm gonna bonus action hide, and then I'm gonna also just like before I hide, I'll say to the groom, get cover. and then I'll hide.
Okay. All right. That was Vaughn's turn. All right. The other one's going to go up in the bottom right corner. It is going to now shoot at Meldos because it does not have a shot of Astreus.
Did you skip my turn, by the way?
Check. Let me just double check.
Because I think I was before Vaughn, right?
Oh yeah, you must have been because I had really bad initiative.
Oh, yes. My apologies.
Yeah.
I did.
Look at this guy who wants turns.
Well, just think.
Go
I
ahead,
mean, I'm not
Meldos.
gonna do anything crazy. I'm just gonna punch this dude
Yeah.
some more. So it's not a huge deal.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
fair. Go ahead.
I'm
Go
gonna punch
ahead.
this dude some more.
Go for it.
Probably other things I could be doing, but how does a 12 do?
That does not do it.
All right. Well, one whiff and I'll punch it again. All right, that's gonna hit. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that will hit. All right. Go ahead.
All
Roll
right.
for damage.
Can I tell if so? This is 10 damage.
Okay.
Can I tell if it's more damage than before, or is it repairing faster than I'm damaging it?
So the damage you just did seemed exactly like the damage you just healed.
Well, that's very annoying.
Right?
But
It's like
okay.
exactly where you were at.
I will note
It's like you
that.
can see out the crack that what you just made was one of the cracks that just disappeared.
All right. I will note that this is very impressive technology. We should we should do something about this later. But also, let's see. As a bonus action, I will. Is it Astreus? How are you looking? Okay. I guess I can't do much with it though yet. But
I'll survive for right now.
okay. I will.
Maybe we'll see. Actually,
We'll see how this goes. Yeah. I'll defensive field up then. I will
Okay.
heal up.
Defensive field. All right, then the flaming skull in the top right is going to go. He's going to shoot at Meldos because he's the only one he can see. First roll is a 16.
16 will miss.
Okay. Second one is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
All right. So you take
What kind of damage?
fire damage. So 9
right.
fire damage as this thing shoots like a fire ray out of its eyes at you.
So I am resistant to that. So half.
Okay, so you take half. Yeah, nice.
So
You guys are
what was
actually
that?
pretty
What was
well
that
built for
number?
this fight.
Sorry.
9. So only 4.
Only 4. Sweet.
All right, and then it is, I believe, Astreus. Your turn. Actually, I apologize because I
We
went out of
skipped
order
a
with
couple,
Vaughn.
yeah.
I had Vaughn go. Yeah, so it's the other flame skull. So the other flame skull, seeing that. Yeah, I think the other flame skull. It's gonna shoot at Frost Shrug.
Okay.
So Frost Shrug, first attack against you, 19.
Hits.
All right, so you take.
Oh, I'll also
That
yell get
rolls.
cover, by the way. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You take 4 fire damage as the thing shoots fire rays at you.
All right.
Second hit's a 21.
Hits.
And you take a little bit better, 14 fire damage.
A little bit better. All right.
All right, so and that is it. Just shooting these fire rays out of its eyes, and it looks like these are just like single rays, right? So they're only hitting one person. Now it's the shield guardian's turn. I mean, the thing's turn, the construct's turn.
No, I thought
It's Astraeus' turn. I apologize. Now it's Astraeus, then it's the thing. Sorry, guys,
Right.
I got mixed up.
Okay.
Yeah, Astraeus,
The of the two remaining flaming skulls, the one on the bottom left is the one that Frostrik hit, correct?
yes, and it's lit up
And
like a
that-
Christmas tree.
Sure.
Hmm.
How far away is it from me?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It doesn't
about-
matter. As long as it's under within 120 feet.
Yeah, it will be. It's like 90 feet if you consider the angle.
All right. So then I'll use I'll just use a guiding bolt at it.
And you have advantage,
Uh,
obviously.
Yeah. So, well, I'm sure gonna need the advantage probably. That's gonna be a 27 to hit,
I'll definitely hit.
and it's gonna do another 46 of radiant damage, which fuck is only 10 damage.
All right, so this thing looks pretty cracked, but it's still together.
Mhm. Yeah, and that is all I can do, I believe. Yeah, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna continue to kind of hide in between there. Yeah.
And Meldos, this construct's going to look back down at you and going to decide to start smashing away again.
That sounds correct. Yeah.
26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, you take 12 bludgeoning damage. This thing smashes you again.
All right.
And then 11 to hit.
That will not. Yeah.
misses. Yeah, so the thing just hits you again and just one time. Okay, Frostro, you are up.
All right. I will. Okay. Does the fire thing that I hit look like it's an okay shape still?
It
How's it
looks
looking?
pretty. It looks pretty cracked.
Okay. And is the construct still healing?
It did. So that last turn, it did. You see, like some of its wounds did kind of start to mend up.
Okay. And Meldos, how are you doing right now?
Doing perfectly fine all over here, Froststruck. Perfectly fine.
Is that real?
Yeah, I look fine. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine.
I got a
in
little
that
bit of
case,
defensive shield still up, even. Oh, do I? No, I don't. But I did, so I'm fine. Everything's fine.
I'm gonna try to chip away then again at the fire skull. I'm gonna send another guiding bolt at it.
Got it. Roll an attack.
He gets advantage because I
He
use
gets advantage.
the
Yeah, he
guiding
gets
bolt.
advantage too. Just keep
Awesome.
rolling
Stacks
it.
on stacks. Yeah.
Nice.
Is Jack still there?
27 will
That is a
definitely hit.
27 to hit.
Yeah, roll
And
damage.
then rolling damage. 12 this time.
This thing barely seems like it's together. It's like barely holding
Damn it.
together. It's definitely together though.
Fuck it.
But it's
Okay.
still lit up. It's got advantage on the next one too. Is that your turn?
And we're doing okay. Everybody's looking all right.
Yeah. I think Astraeus is the only one that looks a little beat up.
All right. I'll end my turn. I'll also I'll get in range with the construct. I'll just get up to him.
Get up to him. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, so
There
you
we
are
go.
now within range. So as you're watching Meldos and this construct just like literally punch back and forth, you just hear a metal hitting metal. It's just like it's like, yeah. All right, like real steel. All right,
It's a battle
it goes up
bots,
to
yeah.
Meldos. Your turn.
Oh, sweet. I will, instead of punching him back, I'm going to aim about 5 feet above this thing's head. So this thing's probably made of stone or metal, right?
Yes.
I've punched it enough to understand. I'm going to cast Shatter on this. So it's
okay.
a Constitution saving throw. It has disadvantage because it's made of stone.
Yep.
Constitution 17.
All right. Unfortunately, it did roll a 14 and a nat 20, but even the 14, it gets +4, so it is an 18.
An 18. So an
Yeah.
18 will surpass, but it will still be half damage, I believe. Let me
Okay.
check. Half as much. Okay, so I'm going to roll 3d8 thunder damage.
Got it.
It was okay. That was not great. Thunder damage 13. So
13. So yeah, you see like you guys hear this shatter, this cacophony that just like resonates through the room. Kind of hurts
Yeah.
you guys' ears a little bit. But
That's why
it
I
looks
aimed
like
5
this thing
feet
does take
above.
some damage. Yeah, no, totally fair. It's still loud. It's still loud in
Yeah.
the room. But yeah, so you see this thing's like kind of head crack a little bit, but it is still
idea.
moving and kicking.
Okay. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, the other one's gonna continue shooting these nice, lovely fire rays at Yeah, you know what? They're gonna get a little nastier.
Oh no.
All of a
Is it because
sudden,
I made some noise?
yeah, pretty much. You see this one flaming skull on the bottom right. All of a sudden, its mouth opens up. This giant, like lava fire boulder, kind of rolls out of its mouth, and it rolls off the pillar towards you, Frostrug. And it's technically going to hit the construct as well. They're not going to care about friendly fire anymore. So basically, this flaming sphere. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what this was.
Yeah.
Careful.
So at the end of your turn, it's taking up basically where the construct is, Meldos is, and Frostrug is.
I know. So
Okay.
yeah,
At the end of those turns, you guys will all have to make dexterity saving throws to see if the fire hits you.
Okay.
got it.
Okay. Next up, it is Vaughn. You're up.
All right. Yep. I'm just gonna chip away with my arrow. 21 to hit.
Which one are you shooting at?
The one that's near
Yep.
the bottom right of the screen.
Bottom right. Okay. Well, 21 will definitely hit. So roll for damage. You got sneak attack.
10 regular and 10 sneak attack, so 20 total.
So this thing takes a major crack. This thing has not been hit yet in the bottom right, and it looks already seriously damaged as it's giant cracks in it.
All right. Let's try going for him again.
All right.
All right, that's a 19 to hit.
I'll hit. Roll damage. Jesus. Fucking
What's like a
bow.
plus 12 with this thing, so it's pretty nice.
I know.
It's all your fault, Joe.
It is my fault. I'm not blaming myself.
6 damage on the regular, and then 2. Oh, actually, disregard that last one because I don't have sneak attack anymore. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. This thing looks. Yeah. It's really badly damaged. So all the remaining 2 flaming skulls are badly damaged. All right. The other one, the bottom left, is gonna go.
Can I actually also say though? Can I retro say that I bonus action Hunter's Mark it?
Yeah. Go ahead. All right.
Okay, that's 5 damage.
5. All right. It's still up, but it's barely together.
Okay.
All right. So the other one's gonna shoot its fire ray at. It's gonna keep going for Meldos. They're gonna
I
try
really
to take
wish it
Meldos down.
wouldn't.
Yeah, it's gonna, but like it's they're just working really slow, honestly here. That's a 16 hit that misses, right?
Yeah, we'll miss. Yeah, I will absorb
Damn.
that easy.
Yeah,
You don't
18
even
the
feel
second
it.
one.
18 ties.
So yeah, you take it.
Okay.
So you take 11 fire damage as this ray just hits you again.
All right, half again. So
Yeah, so 5. So yeah,
deal.
yeah. It probably should be shooting Frostrug the more you think about it, but
Yeah.
it's too late.
It's okay.
All right, Astraeus, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna. So both of them kind of look pretty shitty, right?
They look both really cracked, like fragile at this point.
The one on the
Alright,
far
well, I'm
left
gonna-
is advantage.
Yeah,
if you-
Yeah, far left is lit up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
mostly just a
gonna do the
jaw at
simple
this
thing.
point. There's nothing else left.
Yeah,
It's a flaming jaw.
Yeah.
yeah. So that is at 23 with advantage, and it'll take 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay, 14 points of radiant damage. And that was the bottom left one. It
Yeah.
shatters and explodes, but all the pieces land in a nice little pile together. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Astraeus?
I mean, that is. I mean, yeah, that's gonna be it for right now, and we'll go from there.
All right. The Guardian's going to continue punching Meldos because I don't
Smart.
see why he wouldn't.
Yeah.
All right. First one is going to miss because that's a nat 2.
Sweet.
And the second one is a 16, which also misses.
Also
So
miss,
this Shield
yeah.
Guardian is just swinging at air. Frostrug, you are up.
Okay. So the one that the skull is destroyed in the bottom left, right?
Yes. Sorry. I should delete that. Yep, go
Okay.
ahead. And the other one's very cracked. It's got 2 Vaughn arrows sticking in it, and it's barely held together.
Does his flaming sphere still stay up after it's been killed?
The bottom right one did the flaming sphere, so it's still up.
Okay.
And actually, I got to roll damage for my construct to fire damage. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. If I circle around this thing, the construct to the other side of it, will I still end my turn in the radius of the flaming sphere?
I'll say no because he centered it more on Meldos, so it's on Meldos and the construct side. So
Okay.
you'd be okay over there, yeah.
So I'm just gonna change my stance. I'm gonna while still keeping trained in on the construct, I'm gonna slip behind it, and I'm gonna make an attack with my great axe.
Okay. Roll your attack.
18 to hit.
18 just hits. All right, so roll damage.
It's a 13 damage.
Got it.
And then I'm going to use one of my War Priest abilities to attack again as a bonus action.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Right. I'll add an extra 6 damage to make it
All
19
right.
total.
So you just chip away at this thing, yeah.
That'll end my turn.
All right, goes to the top of the order. Actually, Meldos, you're up.
Oh yeah, because the other guy died. I will. I liked the way that shatter worked last time. Could have been better, but I will do it again. Aiming again, 5 feet above its head. Cast
Got it.
shatter. So con 17 with disadvantage.
Got it. I ain't gonna lie, I rolled a 17 and a 20 on the die.
Oh jeez.
So it passes again. Yeah, I just rolled really
All right.
well. I rolled a net 20 and a 17, but it's a 21 dirty.
All right, take half of 14 then. Take 7 damage.
All right, so same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it should work good. It's just rolling well there.
Yeah.
All right.
I got this. I feel it.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else you'd like to? Oh, you do have to roll a dexterity saving throw, see if you can kind of keep out of the way of these flames.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Dex save. That's a natural 20. 22.
So you are good. So you only take 3 fire damage, half.
Halved, yeah. 1 damage. Nice.
All right, yeah. So you just just a slight
Yeah,
burn,
it's fine,
cookie
yeah.
burn. All right, and the last remaining flame skull is turn is going to go. It's going to shoot its fire rays at Froshrug. Froshrug, first one is a 14,
Does not hit.
22.
Hits.
All right, you take 10 fire damage. This thing just shoots you with a fire ray.
Oof.
All right, Vaughn, you are up.
All right, that's a 27 to hit. For
Yeah, that
8,
definitely hits. Yeah,
8 damage. Do I get sneak attack on it?
you do because you're still hitting.
So then that's plus 6 damage.
Vaughn, it's dead. It's dead.
Oh.
Stop, it's already.
How do you destroy this last one?
I guess I'm gonna use my arrow to carry it away. Like it picks it up off of the pillar and just kind of soars it and pins it into the wall. So it's the shard kind of nailed to the
Okay.
staircase behind
So you
it.
guys, the skull gets kind of pinned to the wall as it shatters and pieces of kind of rain on the ground. Okay. All
That
right.
was my first attack, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. There's no way this thing can beat you alone. This thing doesn't do the damage, and I don't want to slog out a fight. I know it's anticlimactic, but just be you guys going back and forth as this thing heals itself up as you guys just slowly whittle it down. And that would not be fun for any of us. So I'll just say you guys do manage to take it down. Now, if you want to do anything special in there that you want to do something, I'll let you do that because I don't want to take away your agency. But having you guys waste resources and waste all of our time just whittling this thing down because this thing can't.
Yeah, can we
Can't beat
burn
you
more of
all
Froshrug's spell slots in the process?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You want to do Frozen Froststrike?
I would just like to see a description of Meldo shattering it. That's what I would like.
All right, go ahead, Meldos. Get a full
All
shatter.
right, so we got a full shatter in there.
You have
It
to use a
is
spell slot though.
okay. It's a very loud mechanical noise. Basically, it's like a version of those firecracker poppers when you throw down, but
Yeah.
it's one that you throw up in the air and is on a timed release, so it pops, and then just an explosive force comes out of it. That's just a loud sound that cracks right through the middle of this construct. So
And you see it's kind of splits in half Looney Tunes
Yeah.
style and just kind of cracks in half and falls into pieces of metal
Yeah.
and stone.
kind of like a bloomin' onion. It splits like a bloomin'
Yeah,
onion.
yeah.
It's like radially from the center. Yeah.
Sounds really good. I love
Yeah.
bloomin' onion actually. Oh, it sounds delicious.
Nice.
All
It's
right,
also deep
and
fried.
you guys.
So no.
All right, and you guys are out of combat because, like I said, there's no way that thing was more just to keep the people on the
Keep
ground
us busy.
occupied. It doesn't
Yeah.
do a ton of damage. And you guys are very optimized for that fight because the stealth really fucks that fight up. I found because the last group I did that with, they got fucked up because they walked in as a group and not stealth.
Yeah.
So you guys being stealth helped a lot, and you guys were all spread out. Makes the fireball a lot less effective.
Yeah.
Oh, it felt effective to me.
Yeah. How's Astraeus feeling right now?
Yeah.
Astraeus, like he wasn't even helping in that fight. He was just bandaging himself up.
Just throwing burning salve all over.
No,
Aloe everywhere.
I'm at 33 of 66. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to conserve some spell slots here. So we'll see where we're at with 33, but I just want to examine. Can I see what these these flaming skulls? Obviously, there's always the worry of undead coming back. Do they seem like there's a chance that they're gonna come back or something?
Fly up there because they're all up either on the top of the pillars or they are
Didn't
pinned
Vaughn knock one down or something?
it's pinned against the wall and up
All
high.
right.
You could always fly up to it.
I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste a wild shape. I only have one more.
You can make an Arcana history check, see if you know what these are, and see if you know how they operate.
Yeah, I'll work with that. What kind of check do you want?
Arcana or history, and I will give you. I just say the DC is at 12.
All right. I mean, intelligence isn't my strong suit. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, sorry, I read with advantage. Either way, that was 7 both times. So I don't know shit.
That works.
Yeah, I mean, undead are tricky. They can come back. They can't. You're not sure. You're not sure 100% what these are, but they're definitely undead.
You just brought Vaughn back, so
Uh,
anything can come back.
Yeah, you're kind of a
I guess so.
necromancer.
Yeah. Well, then either way, can we all? I guess if there's nothing of value here, I guess I go to cousin. Check and see if there's anything interesting on the robot. I'm sure Meldos will appreciate it.
Yeah, that's definitely
And,
what I would be doing. Is looking to see if there's anything I
yeah.
can take from the robot.
I'll do as he asked me, and I'll start searching for anything of note that is on this.
Yeah, make an
robot.
investigation check, please.
As much as Froshrug is able to discern what is important on a mechanical construct.
Wait, maybe we should leave it to Meldos.
No, you just move out of the way.
I'm doing it. Investigation, you said?
Yeah.
Oh my
Let
word.
me see. I want to
12.
see.
Yeah, you find nothing of value. I mean, it just looks like rock and stone and metal that were shaped. You don't see anything of how this thing was working or anything on it.
See, there's some shiny parts in this stone here, Meldos. I'm
Get out
Not
of
quite
the
privy.
way. I will investigate this thing.
Okay, go ahead.
An 18.
18. This looks so you get the sense that this was a construct of some sort. It was magically operated. It's a little rudimentary actually. You kind of look at it. It's not as advanced as Marco. You're actually a little more less than impressed. It's effective as something that smashes things, but you could tell it doesn't have any advanced features. It's something
Okay,
magically
yeah.
was controlling this.
I do like the idea that it has mending, though. That was kind of cool. The idea
Yeah,
that it could heal
that was maybe the
itself,
only thing
yeah.
you thought was unique, but that was more not of a mechanical feature. It was more of a magical feature that
Yeah.
seems imbued in it somehow.
Okay, yeah.
He's trying nothing of value.
You were correct, Frost Shrug. I'm sorry to have doubted you.
I have a way about these things.
Well, what do you guys think about this door here? I mean, I for one am having fun hanging out in this spooky crypt, but we've got to press on.
I don't mean to make stereotypes now that you're a kobold, but do you know how to pick locks or find your way through this sticky situation?
Is there even a lock in this door? I thought you said it was just pure metal.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't see any hinges, no locks, and you guys didn't get a chance to really do anything with the door. So I mean, your only guess is to push, but you just by looking at it, it
Can
looks
I
like there's
investigate to look for some kind of entry, some kind of like opening system somewhere?
sure. Right, roll investigation.
All right. Again, using investigation plus my favored terrain bonus would add an additional 4, so that's 20 total.
Yeah, 20. You're looking at this door. You can tell by kind of the hinges that are on the side. This looks like a push door. You have to push it open. There's no sense of anything else. You don't see any locking mechanism, key, anything like that. I'll say with investigation, we're obviously looking for traps. You don't see any definitive trap or mechanism to do that.
I'll put away my
You just,
crowbar.
you just looks like these are heavy ass doors though. Like they're pure iron. It looks like.
All right. I mean, I don't think I can push this myself, but Frost Shrug, I mean,
Yes.
maybe you could give it a go.
I'll see what I can do.
Roll that athletics check.
I'll step up to it and give it a good shot. 23.
23. So you guys notice like Frost's pretty damn strong, and you're kind of impressed. You see his like biceps and his triceps flexing as he's slowly pushing. Like these things are heavy, Frost. You needed a 21 to move these doors. But with a 23, yeah, yeah, you see the doors slowly move apart. That's why you could tell. Like if somebody Frost, you get the sense that looking at Vaughn noticed earlier, and you see it too, Frost. Somebody's dented these doors before by smashing them. So clearly somebody was trying to open these doors in a hurry.
Oh.
And you kind of get a sense why, judging what you just went through, right? But yeah, you see these doors have been bent and like kind of like not bent, but dented. But you are strong enough to actually push them open. They open, with no resistance minus the weight behind them. And as you open, once again, you kind of get a new sense of even staler air entering the room, and you just see what appears. You just see darkness straight ahead. Looks like a long hallway that's been chiseled out of this mountain, kind of roughly hewn. And as far as you can see, it's just darkness straight ahead.
I giggle with glee.
Okay.
That's a little unsettling. Vaughn,
What?
everything all right?
Of course.
Does
Everything is
Does Vaughn seem normal to? I guess it's hard to say because she's kind of like a brand new person. But does anything about Vaughn give this Frostbug the creeps right now?
It's up to Vaughn. Vaughn, what do you say?
I mean, I've always been kind of weird about the darkness. I've always been into it.
Have you?
Yeah, I mean, you know that about me. I always try to go to sleep in the darkest corner I can find, and it's the place I feel the most comfortable.
Oh, this seems like a very strange place to feel comfortable in, but I guess if that's what you're into,
This is just like home for me.
you lived in a creepy tomb.
Yeah. That's where I went to after I ran away from the orphanage.
I
Where I
see.
learned all my bow skills.
Well, I, for one, would like to conclude our business here as quickly as possible. Why is it we're here again? Meldos' sister? Or Strayus' sister?
Yes, it is. It is one of the many reasons we are here. We are also here because there must be a weapon or a item that will help us defeat Strahd.
Yes, we're here to find some items.
Well, let us be on with it then. The faster we complete our tasks, the faster we can get to this wedding.
Oh, right, the wedding.
Yes, that is definitely the priority here.
Yes.
All right. I guess.
guess.
Yeah. Do we proceed into the darkness, following Vaughn? I assume.
I'll start casting Sacred Flame every step that I take.
I'll just
And,
I'll take the torch back from Frostrock and I'll walk in front of him.
I'm still doing it. I can cast as many times.
I think I got my goggles
face.
on for right now.
I still think
I pick up the pace faster than before.
Guys, I think there's another enemy likely ahead. I think we should still try not to draw too much attention to ourselves.
Well, I think we gotta get to the end of this hall.
Yeah,
We just gotta see what's down there.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Then I don't even wait for you. I go ahead. Astreus is a man possessed right now as he goes.
All right, I'm right behind him. Yeah.
What seemed to be ahead of us?
What
So you
does
guys
seem
are.
to be at a-
So as you're walking, it just looks like roughly just like carved out cave, right? I mean, it just looks like mountainside. It looks really rough. And you know, just as you keep going, you just keep going. You keep going. You keep going. About 5 minutes pass of you traveling down this tunnel, and all of a sudden you come and to a set of like really worn wooden doors. It's quite dark still, obviously, because you're in the heart of this mountain. And it's gotten colder the whole time you've been down here.
Mhm.
Not enough to where you have to make a Constitution saving throw or anything like physical, but it just feels like your breath is stolen in this place as you continue to head down this cavern.
Is it moving up and down, or is it like flat?
It's pretty flat. It's fairly flat. I mean, there's a little variation, but it's fairly flat. It's not like you're losing elevation effectively. You
Okay.
don't think that's happening.
And you said there's a door in front of me.
Yeah, two wooden doors. It looks like it's kind of similar to system, like a push system. Like there's no like handle. There's nothing.
Yeah, I take my cousin's lead, and I'll try to push this one too.
You go to push it, absolutely no resistance. It's almost like a saloon door in a Western, right? Except it completely closes, like you're not getting anything on the inside, and it's fairly well fit to the floor. You enter.
Yes.
Okay, so Astreus just opens these doors and goes in them. What are the rest of you doing? You're just gonna
I'm right
follow,
behind him.
or
I'm right behind him.
right
Yep.
behind him?
Yep.
I'll
No,
watch.
I'm gonna
to see-
sneak into the shadows and keep them in eyesight, but not stay close to them.
I'll
Are
watch
you
to
going
see-
through the door though, Vaughn?
I'm gonna hold for a second and just watch.
As they walk through, I'm listening to. I'm carefully trying to hear or sense anything on the other side as
Alright,
they
so-
go through.
As Meldos and Astreus walk in, you get like blinding light. So even for Vaughn and Frosha, you do it too. It's like almost like blinding light for a second. However, to Vaughn and Frostrug, it's still blinding light. But to Astreus and Meldos, you walk in to what immediately looks like a beautiful library. Absolutely ornate. On both sides, along the walls, are beautiful raging fires. You see desks throughout, super ornate, super well carved, top of the class in terms of like a library. You see bookshelves that also go kind of around these fireplaces and go all the way up the walls. You look at the sides and you see windows. And you see large, giant trees outside the windows with the sun shining through, that also illuminating this place, adding to the light of this place. It's a beautiful library. There's beautiful carpets of red and golden tapestry along the floors. There's even plants, it looks like, to kind of keep decoration. And it's kind of like, and it's nice and warm in here. Where you felt extremely cold in that hallway, it feels warm and inviting in here. And you get this sweet smell of like fragrance, kind of like plants and flowers and stuff.
Does it feel real?
I mean, you can make a perception, whatever check you think you would do to check for reality.
Okay. Yeah. Let's.
Tell me which check you make. That's up to you.
I will trust my
I
senses.
guess-
Right. Yeah.
Can I just make just a baseline like perception check to see what's in the? I mean, I'm obviously I see this like fantastical room. Is there something in here?
So, make a perception check around the room. See what you see.
Yep. That's what I'm doing. I'm just doing a regular old perception check. I have advantage because of my shield still.
And I have a 26.
11.
26. Okay, so Astreus, you look around the room. This is a gorgeous library, right? It looks like a beautiful library, a place that even you, who doesn't like to go to cities and dwell in cities so much, would just be comfortable rolling up with a book here by the fireside, right? But you do notice at the end, on the other side of this giant library room, there's desks throughout, but there's like a large kind of like, I would call it like boss's desk, but it's kind of like a triangle desk, and the desk is sitting an old man. And I'll say, with your perception check, you notice immediately this old man has parts of his skin missing. Like there's holes in him and gaps. And he's got his hands together and he's sitting in this beautiful chair. He's wearing beautiful red robes that have like gold inlace in them. They look super fine, super expensive. And he's just sitting there staring ahead straight at you two as you've walked in. And I'll say you notice. Meldos, you just notice the books and kind of around. You don't even notice the
No.
man ahead of you because you're kind of so kind of
I'm
awestruck. You
distracted,
notice like these
yeah.
there's windows with trees outside, and it looks
Yeah.
like there's an outside, even though you know in your head you're in the mountains in the snow of Barovia.
All right, yeah. I'll
Strahd,
start
would be the
looking at
first
all the
guy-
books. Basically, I think I'm distracted by what rare books there might be here.
Okay.
It I have one purpose that and that I'm here. Well, I'm not one purpose, but
Astreus, look
I'm
at
here
this
for a
book.
purpose. I grip your shoulder and I turn you to the man sitting in the corner, and I basically I guess I call out. Well, do I call out? I mean, it's not. I mean, we're clearly we're in a bad spot. I mean, I feel like we're in for a penny, in for a pound.
Look at that horrible old man over there. do I
clamp
recognize
down
this old
harder.
man in any way?
I and I'm like,
Terrible thing
sir.
to say.
It's no response.
Did I hear Shrey say that?
You hear no sound coming from you. You just see this blinding light. You guys go in. It's a little weird because you don't hear any sound. You don't hear them talking. You don't hear their footsteps. You just see this blinding light.
Frost shrug. This doesn't seem right.
No, not
There's
at all.
something natural about that room. I don't know if we should go in.
Are Meldos and Astreus within like an arm's reach of me?
No, they've walked in, so
Mm. I'll just call out to them. I won't step in yet. Astreus, Meldos, is everything all right?
Astreus, Meldos, you do not hear anything.
Frost shrug. All right, we're not going to get anywhere. Just waiting out here. Let's go.
All right, I don't know. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me, but I don't know anything else better to do.
You know what they say? Go towards the light. It's always best to listen.
Is that
You hear-
true?
He prefers the darkness.
All right, if you say so. Oh wait, hold on.
I guess if they're still waiting for a response,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk up to this dude, right? I'm like,
It's about like 60 feet to him, like in terms of distance between you and him.
no.
It's a little bit more even. It's like 80, 90 feet. So it's like this is a big ass library still.
Yeah, I'm out in the open, not quite hands up, don't shoot, but like I'm trying to be as clear as possible. And once I get within 20, 30 feet, I'm gonna again say, sir, do you need assistance?
He looks at you and he goes, "We can all speak once your friends have arrived. Why don't you usher them in?" And obviously, Meldos, you notice the man now sitting there.
Okay, good. Can we just read anything we want here? Is there some sort of registration process?
He just looks at you kind of like indifferently. He goes, "No."
All right, cool. I'll start eyeing more books. Yeah.
Vaughn and Froststrike, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast bless on myself and Vaughn, and then I'll step into the room.
Okay. So Vaughn, you step
Say a
in.
little prayer to the bird god and walk on in. Yeah.
Good luck to us.
I'm gonna to step in, but I'm gonna try to, duck and
Like to the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so as soon as you get in, you try to immediately attempt to stealth. Okay, so you guys both walk in, you're both hit with that same thing. Immediate warmth and comfort, a beautiful fragrance, and yeah, you may not like that. But you notice like this beautiful library in front of you. Froststrike and Vaughn, how would you react?
I don't think Frostshark has ever been inside of a library before in its entire life.
Yeah, this isn't really my bag either.
He's stunned. He's looking around in awe.
I'm trying to assess the room. Do I see Astreus walking up to the old man. Is
Yeah,
that
I would say you come in when Astreus is kind of making his approach to the old man.
You see, I mean, you see me whip my head past the man, and I look at him, and I quickly go, "What's behind you now? Tell me."
All right, I'll let before he answers, I'll let these guys react or answer first.
you talking to me?
All three of you. You guys are all in the room now.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get cover behind like a bookcase and ready an arrow.
Okay, you ready? An arrow.
What do I see behind the man? Now that
You
my
see
attention's been
a set
drawn to
of
it.
dirty, closed doors. They compared to the rest of this room, they seem off. They're like dirty doors, effectively.
There's
Like
nothing there,
dirty wooden
Astreus.
doors, but they're doors behind him. A set of 2 doors.
He's just an old man in a chair.
He's an old man, but he looks like he has parts of his skin missing.
Okay. I mean, Froshrug wouldn't raise
Vaughn,
a
would you have your
weapon.
primeval awareness still up?
It only lasts a minute.
Okay. All right, so he looks at you, Astreus. He goes, "Whatever you are hearing, it is a lie."
A lie or not? What is behind the door?
You need to step back. I would hate to have to hurt you and your friends. You need to step back and calm down.
Those flaming skulls you left there and that stupid machine didn't stop us. Do you think you will?
Yes, very easily. I'm impressed that you got past our little trap. But still, do not test me.
Astreus does not Astreus does not back up, but he does not aggress forward.
You're saying everything is a lie, that we're hearing is a lie. Does that include things that you're saying?
No. I am real and I am truth. And I am here to guard this place from people like you. Step back. I will not ask you again.
Well, I'm very interested in seeing what's back there, though. I can smell it.
I'm sure you would. Step back and we could have a conversation.
Same as Astreus, I won't back up, but I will lean back, I suppose. Yeah.
He goes, "Do you know what this place is?" And he kind of points. He goes, "Why don't you have your friend in the corner skulking back there come forward as well? I would like to get a good look and measure of the 4 of you. It's been a very long time since people have been able to get through the front door trap. I'm impressed you made it this far."
We've been through worse.
He kind of nods. Does Vaughn come out?
No.
We cannot have a conversation unless trust is on the table. And he can tell he senses your presence, Vaughn. Like he knows exactly where you are. You should get that sense because he's talking right at your area.
Trust is a rare thing to have faith in a place such as this. We don't have a lot of time. What is it that you would speak to us of?
About the corruption in your hearts that has been building.
Please go on.
He's waiting, goes, "I'm waiting." And he kind of points, he kind of puts his hand up, and he usually puts his hand up. You see his hand's like decomposed partially. Like you see bones, you see flesh missing. He's got very pale skin. He's compared to the beautiful robes he's wearing, it's like oddly out of place. It's very out of place. He goes, "Tell the little one to come out in the open so we can all talk."
You need like
Alright,
a cream for
I'll-
that? for your skin there?
Is that what you say out loud?
Yeah.
He goes, "I am perfectly healthy. Thank you for your concern."
I guess I'll poke my head out just a little bit.
He goes,
I still have my bow in my hand. I'm ready.
"You could put away such simpleton weapons. They will do you no good here."
I'm gonna insight check him.
Sure. Roll an insight.
12, but plus my +4. So, this isn't still the Underdark, is it?
Yes.
Huh.
Okay. Then, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So that's a 16 insight.
Okay. This guy seems really confident. You could give that much. He's like pretty confident in what he's doing. You guys sense that he's gonna back up what he says.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. All right.
Come out.
I'll come out. Yeah.
First, I need your solemn word that none of you will attempt to go through those doors ever. And I can give you information, but then you must turn around and leave this cursed place.
Now, what if we were told that we need something here? Something that can help, the nightmare that's outside. I'm just saying, this is not the only cursed place. This is kind of baseline cursed right now.
No, you don't understand. This is the cursed place. This is where it all started and where it all stemmed from. You must promise you will turn around and leave. If I give you the information you seek, and hopefully your rational minds will deal with what's gnawing at your minds and will help block it out.
It will be difficult for us to promise such a thing. We have information that one of the important keys that we need to defeat the nightmare that holds over this realm may be behind this door.
Sure?
We have to go ahead.
He goes, I'm sure that's the case. You don't understand. You are from the Sword Coast, are you not? From Faerun? Or what's now called Faerun, I'm assuming?
I think we all are. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys all are, just so you know. I know we haven't talked about it in a while.
I'm not
Been so
sure about
long,
Vaughn
it's hard
anymore.
for me to
but-
remember. I don't even know where I've come from any longer.
You remember, it's been a couple of weeks, but you know where you're damn from.
It's like
He
we've been here
goes-
for years.
Will you agree to leave if I give you the information you seek?
What if the information's not good enough?
It must be. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to protect everyone. This goes beyond you and your selfish desires.
Selfish desires. We're trying to free all the souls trapped in this realm.
That is a small price to pay compared to what lies behind me and behind those doors.
And explain to us what is so dangerous if we were to go back behind those doors. What would be the cost?
Possibly everything. He goes, before we continue this conversation, I do need to do something. I will have to cast some magic. It will not be directed at any of you, but it will give me some insight into what I am dealing with and how far your corruption has gone. You need to promise not to act on this, because I would hate to have to destroy all four of you.
You're not
Hey.
casting anything on me. That would be an act of aggression.
I'm going to cast it in general. It will not be directed at anybody. It will not hit any of you.
What is the purpose of this spell?
It is a detect magic spell.
Can I insight check him on this? Is he
Yeah, go
truthfully
insight.
gonna? Yeah. Well, that's a 2. How about 6?
6? I mean,
6.
you think he's telling the truth? You think he's legit? I don't know. You're not sure.
Maybe
Just
maybe
kinda
we should
confused.
listen to him. Yeah.
Froshrug has nothing to hide. Cast your spell.
Goes very well. And you see, make a spell. You see a little magical effect happen. If you ever want to write cast or roll a con check to
Yeah,
see
I'll
what
do that,
spell he
yeah.
cast, if you can identify it. Just got to beat a 10. It's a very simple spell.
All right. Yeah. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Intelligence.
Or
Oh no.
Sorry,
hold on
Vaughn,
one
you
sec.
broke up. Say again. Sorry, say again, Vaughn.
I'm gonna try to somersault out of the way.
Okay, so you're gonna somersault out of the way. All right. All of a sudden, I'll Mel just go. I'll tell him what the spell was.
That's so funny.
And you're gonna go stealth, or you're just gonna somersault out of the way?
Just somersaulting away, yeah.
That's hilarious. I love it.
I'm just waiting for Meldos to give him the information. I know.
Sorry, my
Next
dad's
one here.
cooking and the vent's a little loud. Hold on, I gotta open a window real
Totally
quick.
got it.
1 second.
Get him in
One
this
second.
conversation.
Yeah.
because it's getting smoky.
Oh no,
All right.
it's killing me. Frostred charges the man.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. Not yet.
I'm about to.
Okay, sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. Tell me to ready, Meldos, because I was gonna give you the information.
Yeah, as long as you guys can, it's not too loud on this side, then yes.
No, it's not too bad. It's not too
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
All right. You recognize that he cast a detect magic spell,
Okay. Yeah. Just as he said.
and you see Vaughn duck and roll out of the way, even though this is like an area effect spell that really doesn't do anything.
Right.
But like,
No. It's all right, guys. It's okay. It was just detect magic. He was telling the truth.
and you see him do a deep sigh. Yes, but it's as I feared. Your friend there is deeply corrupted with the Dark One's influence.
We talking about the same dark one that we're all talking about? Are we aligned here?
No,
Which one was he referring to when he said? Was he talking to me or was he talking to?
he's talking. It looks like he was pointing towards Vaughn's location.
Frostred
one-
nods.
That one carries an artifact of great evil that is consuming their soul.
She did try to shoot me with an arrow. She did actually shoot me with an arrow just a night ago.
That's not surprising. So, since you've let me cast my spell, I will give you the information you seek. I am a great mage, a part of a great order that existed in your world thousands of years ago. Those many thousands of years ago, gods used to walk amongst our plane, destroying and wreaking havoc. And especially dark gods are the ones that did the most damage. Me and my order managed to capture and control 5 of these dark gods. We managed to bind them and keep them into the tombs that lie behind me now. And for many hundreds, if not thousands of years, as I've lost track of time being alone in this tomb, you kind of see he looks around. He starts to say, he goes, "We have guarded these dark gods. It has been our sacred order. Unfortunately, about 2,000 years ago, the area in the mountains where we kept this sacred tomb was taken over by a new warlord. The warlord you know as Strahd. And unbeknownst to us, one of the dark powers behind us was reaching out to Strahd, though we did not know it at the time. And he gave Strahd the location of this place. And Strahd, with his army, came in here, sacked this place, and let loose one of those dark gods, and bound himself to each other. And when they did that, they pulled this entire region out of your world into a demiplane, where that dark god has continued to feast and harvest all the souls that got trapped here. And that cycle has been continuing now for many years. However, this also proved to be a benefit to us, because now the other 4 dark gods are ripped away from the material plane where you guys are, and they're trapped in this demiplane that Strahd and his dark god have created. So we decided it was best to sacrifice the people here and continue our watch. But there still are 4 dark gods behind me that are yearning for freedom. And your friend over there especially has been tainted by their influence. And he's kind of pointing towards Vaughn. Where Vaughn is. You can't quite see Vaughn, but he kind of pointed to things.
So, what kind of logic is this? You think a whole region of people deserve to suffer an eternity in torment just because you failed to keep watch?
We managed to keep 4 at bay, and we continue to manage to keep the 4 at bay.
Well, how do you know that one of those in there, I mean, hey, you're saying my soul is corrupted and tainted. All I know is uh I've got a buddy who's been talking to me who's been making me really powerful, and um he might be able to help us with all this. He's a pretty nice guy.
He looks at you, he goes, "I will not say his name, because for names have power, especially for some of those behind me. That is the dark god of power. He's as you may guess, he is extremely powerful, but he hungers for power. You're right. He would give you power, but it would come at a terrible cost. Do not give in to his lies.
But what if that power is what we need to defeat Strahd?
Okay. He looks and one sec. We'll get to one sec. Stress. He goes. Strahd did leave a weapon behind me as a sick, twisted way, so no one could get the weapon. He left the weapon of his brother, the Sun Sword, in the tomb. He did this knowing that there were traps along the way and that people would be either consumed by the traps or by me. I dare not go into the tomb to remove the Sun Sword because I would have to deal with the Dark God's influence as their power grows inside that tomb.
We could protect you on the way in.
And he goes, you don't understand. It does not work like that. These are dark gods. You don't need that sword. You can defeat Strahd without the sword. But to tempt fate behind me, you could allow one of the other 4 dark gods to get out.
Well, I wouldn't say we're tempting fate. We know that it is our fate. Our fate brought us here.
And
It
I'm
was
telling you,
foretold that we would have this sword in our battle against Strahd.
that was probably the dark powers working their way into this whole situation. You need to turn around. I will destroy you if I must.
Surely there must be a way to retrieve the sword without disturbing the other evil deities behind these doors.
Because you don't understand. Every step you take closer to those things, if you have been in contact with the dark gods, their influence will grow and grow and grow until it becomes overwhelming.
Well, I don't think I've been contacted by any dark god, so I should be okay.
He goes, you must turn around. And with that, you see Estrella start darting towards the doors, towards this guy. Roll initiative, everybody.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, give me a second.
Wait, can I cast Calm Emotions before this happens?
You could do it as he's doing it. I technically put off Estrella's action long enough. He wanted to do it sooner. So
Dude, Frost actually kind of agrees with this guy, actually.
all right, let me get some stuff here. So Estrella, you were already pretty close, and I'm gonna give you the surprise round
Mm-hmm.
because you just darted. Okay. All right, give me 1 sec.
I don't like this.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Melo's got a 17.
Okay.
I had a 16.
I got a 25.
All right, hold on, because unfortunately, because my D&D cancel subscription, I can't use this monster encounter anymore. So I gotta do this on paper. The other one I could do on paper. This one I can't.
I don't even know where my dice are at anymore.
Okay, so we got. All right, so who had the? So you get a surprise round, Estrella. So we'll talk about that in a second. All right, what are they again?
I got a natural 20 for a 25.
Okay.
17.
15 for Frost Shrug.
What'd you get, Froshrug?
15.
And what'd you get at Meldos?
17.
And what'd you get at Strayas?
16.
Wow. All rolled high here.
Damn, I'm
Yeah.
still in last place with a 15.
Yeah.
Strayas. Sorry, I gotta do things manual this time, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. Old school.
And Froshrug. Alright. Okay. All right. Let me share the screen. Okay. For purposes of the game, because I have to, jank these maps. This wall that's right by this long wall that goes by Strayas, it does not exist.
Okay.
So it's technically just all giant open library room. Okay.
Yeah.
Strayas, it is your surprise round. Vaughn, you would be up next. Strayas, what would you like to do?
So I guess my thing is the what's the word? Uh, like I'm just trying to get through the door. I don't actually give a shit about this guy.
So
Uh,
this guy, here's the thing. I made this bigger for purposes. You could get around him without getting an opportunity attack. Because the desk is in the way, I just made it bigger so he's easier to see. He's not that big, and he's actually not that close. This is the problem. I'm using a map that's kind of like I'm trying to make work. So you can get to the doors no problem this turn and get through at least 5 feet through them.
okay. Yeah, then I would I think that's exactly what I'd like to do. I need to get I need to go and
All right, so Astreus, you run past the Lich, who was kind of surprised because he was more focused on Vaughn, and because his detect magic kind of put Vaughn on his radar. He was not paying attention as much to you. You run past him, and you push through these shitty doors. And as soon as you push through these shitty doors, you find yourself in immediate extreme cold again. Like I say, it's an absence of life. In front of you, you see, I don't have it ready, I apologize. I didn't get this far. But you
It's
see
okay.
on the ground, you see a golden hilt on the ground. It's literally just thrown on the ground. You see 5 major sarcophaguses?
Sarcophagi?
Uh,
Sarcophagus.
one of them
Yes.
has etchings of a person with 3 eyes. One of them has an etching of many teeth with a giant grin.
Mm.
One of them has a picture of a person wearing a giant crown. And one of them has a picture of what's be like a small star. And then one of them has a picture of fangs on it. You immediately hear a yelling of Astrid coming from the one with the 3rd eye. And you hear in your mind, put a small crack you hear Astrid saying, put a small crack in that one and I can get out of here. Would you like to make an attack roll on it?
That's the one that I was told to open, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. So
Strahd, don't do this. Don't.
I have to. So do I need to attack it? Can I just hit it with a guiding bolt? Does it
Guiding
matter?
bolt will do, yeah. It's got a very, very low AC because it's just
Alright.
sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Wait, no way to
So
stop
I'm-
there's nothing I can do for
It's a
this.
surprise round. He took a surprise round.
26 to hit.
Oh,
26.
man.
So, Astreus, out of his hand, a guiding bolt flies out of his hand. It flies into the one with the 3rd eye. It makes a small crack. And only really Astreus can see this. You guys can't see what's happening because he kind of ran past and he was close to begin with because he decided to walk up. But you do notice, I talked about there was windows outside with trees outside. It gets dark outside. Like literally clouds fill up in the sky and you guys feel like a rumble. Like it's kind of the temple shaking. You hear the old man you were talking to, oh! And all of a sudden, you guys feel the room get cold as all the fires go out, but there's still light. It's like a weird unnatural light still in here, so you can still see. You see this, Astreus, the sarcophagi that you hit, it cracks. And in that crack, black light starts to comes out of it. That black light comes out of the room and fills your mouth and your eyes. You feel a sense of dread and cold as it fills your mouth, eyes, and ears. And you guys hear Astreus screaming at the top of his lungs. But, Astreus, you also hear Astrid yelling, Astreus, no, and she is inside the sarcophagus, leaning towards you. But as you see this, darkness engulfs you. You also notice Astreus grow in size. Grow in size, grow in size. And that's where we'll stop for our session tonight.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'm sorry. I had a plan. I had one thing to do and I did it.
I did not think it was going to be Astreus. I did not think. I was wondering who was going to take it first, who was going to go for it, but he got close and he went for it.
It was them.
Dude, I was about to start to turn on all of you and team up with this old man.
Don't worry, you still can. There's still time for all that.
I mean, everything.
So,
It's really what? Sorry.
Have your level 20 character ready to go for the next combat round. That will be your character.
Oh,
He's ready.
no.
Oh, don't you worry. He's ready to go.
All right. So
I'm gonna have to go earlier. So good work,
that's
everybody.
totally fine. So next time
a lot
we'll
of
have
fun.
the final fight. And I love how none of you are
Terrible
characters.
work. What do you say, Joe?
You guys haven't even checked what this guy is. You have no idea what this guy is.
No time for that
I
kind
mean,
of nonsense.
he
Yeah.
is a suspicious old man in a library in a crypt. It cannot be a good thing.
And he's telling us not to do things that we want to do and have been told that are good things to do. So how how is that possible?
It'll be your second real battle with a legendary creature.
Mhm.
Two of them now, actually.
Yeah, but we've made it out through all of it, so it's gonna be all right, right? It's gonna be all right.
No, it's gonna be bad, very bad. We'll see.
All right.
This is where we had almost a complete TPK in the last group because Elwin one of them. The other one though, the first one to break it was Xantras. The Xantras one before last time.
The power.
But he
god.
got he shot his way through. Used the bow.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't mean that still can't happen.
I was gonna say there's
still
still things there. So, all right.
Could be a
I'm
dark
gonna,
god free for all. Could be a dark god free for all next time.
yeah, probably next week. Probably roughly a week.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll definitely need a longer session because this battle is going to be very, very, very messy.
Okay.
I think there may be multiple sides in this battle.
All right. Yeah.
Froststrike might be on his
Dude, I'm teaming up with whatever this guy, old man is. I'm gonna take you all out.
All
All right,
right. Thanks, Will, for streaming it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
is.
I was not expecting that. That
So-
did surprise me.
We're gonna learn some things.
I'm
about
sorry. You
ourselves.
kept sending me messages about hearing my dead sister in my head. I'm sorry. I'm going for it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You
right.
fool. You
Bye,
fool.
Yeah, no, it was good though. It was good. I like being.
Come gather round, let us all give a cheer to the man we should thank and the reason we're here. To the handsome young fellow and savior of all, the thing that made sure